The LF1 limitless concept debuted in January of 2018 as the next Lexus flagship to join the ranks of the LS, the LX, and the LC. The LF1 is to be renamed the LQ if recent trademarks are to go by. And according to Car and Driver, the LQ will be coming in 2022 as a 2023 model year. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into Lexus's new flagship, discuss its unique features and potential powertrains, and can Lexus be competitive in today's high-end luxury crossover market? Or has the once dominant luxury automaker waited a little too long to have an answer for this segment? Welcome back to the channel, Luxurious Fleet. If you're new here, my name is Kirk, and this channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest in Toyota and Lexus news and reviews here and there as well. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss all things Lexoda in the future. Lexus has been absent from the high-end luxury crossover market. The current SUV flagship, the LX 570, currently stands for luxury crossover with its LX designation, but in today's market, it is far from what we would consider a crossover. In fact, I would say the LX, GX, and the Land Cruisers that they are based on much more resemble trucks with their ladder frames and off-road capacity, and of course their large displacement motors. The venerable and best-selling RX has been outselling the entire Lexus lineup for 20 years now, and it is the go-to for many practical luxury buyers in the American market. A fully loaded RX hybrid will put you at a low 60s MSRP, and at that price, it is still a great value in the luxury market, but the RX doesn't cater to the performance-minded SUV buyers. And in the evolving high-end luxury market, the RX really cannot keep up with the new Audi Q8, let alone like a Tesla Model X or a Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Bentley Bentegas, and Lamborghini Uruses in today's luxury crossover market. Enter the LF1 limitless concept, debuted in early 2018. Lexus previewed their idea of the ultra luxury in a crossover shell. To me, it feels most similar to the original LS on how secretive this mission has been. We can only guess that when the LF1 was debuted, how long had Lexus been working on it up until that point. I'll take a stab at it. My guess is 5 years. So that means they probably started in 2013 or somewhere around there. And when the concept debuted, like many of the Lexus concept, the LF1 seemed ready for production in a lot of ways. The body of the LF1 is breathtaking. Much swoopier lines, if swoopier is even a real word. And the lines remind me of the second generation of the ES and LS. And the strong yet flowing lines are also reminding me of the elegant LC 500. My favorite part of the LF1 on the outside is definitely the headlights and turn signals. Not only do they greet you with a graceful, flowing manner, the sequential turn signals are stunning as well. Hey guys, if you made it this far, make sure to smash that like button. That will let me know I need to make more videos on the LF1/LQ. All right, let's jump into the interior. On the inside, the LF1 has an answer to many requests from Lexus owners and fans. Ambient lighting is sprinkled throughout the cabin with indirect LEDs that light up with a subtle glow. It reminds me of like looking at a starry sky, and the sunroof is full length, parted only from a beam that runs through the middle of the car. This gives the occupants a much better unobstructed look at the sky when compared to the current Lexus panoramic roofs with their large horizontal beams that run from left to right. The touchpad, yes, it's still there, is covered in leather and has been modified. The back seat even has a touchpad as well that allows the occupants to interact with the screens behind the headrests. For the driver, reliance on the touchpad has been reduced with hand gestures. There's also a new chauffeur mode that offers self-driving to the occupants. At the press release, Lexus had this to say about its potential powertrains. The LF1 concept could be powered by fuel cell, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, gasoline, or even all electric. That is extremely vague, but I have detailed which powertrains could grace the LF1, or as recent trademarks would have it, the LQ. So for the remainder of this video, I will be referring to the LF1 flagship as the LQ. All right, let's get over to my cutting edge spreadsheet to discuss the crossover's powertrains, prices, and specifications. So before we get into all of these numbers here on my awesome spreadsheet, keep in mind that this platform is supposed to be shared with the LS500, the LC500, based off the TNGA-L platform. All right, let's get into it. LQ500, I think that's what the base model is going to be called. And on Car and Driver's article, they said that prices would range from $80,000 to $100,000. Well, I honestly think those are more like entry level prices for this vehicle, but that remains to be seen. All right, so the LQ500 will have the 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 that we see from the LS500, right? It's going to share a lot. Let's say they up the horsepower just a little bit. The LS has 416 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. So this just is a small increase. Miles per gallon around 20, slightly worse than the LS. 10-speed auto, same transmission. And then starting price $80K. Wheelbase is confirmed to be 117 based off of the numbers in the press release, which is a little bit shorter than the current LS and a little bit longer than the current LX. Next one, LQ500H. Now, let's say they carry over the same hybrid technology from the LS500. So all this that you see here is the exact same in the LS500H. Down here, okay, this is where things get a little bit spicy. LQ600. Now, they could also call this the LQF, where we're going to get this 4-liter twin turbo V8. 660 horsepower is my guess, around 600 pound-feet of torque. 10-speed auto again. Fuel mileage, not so hot, but I mean, what do you expect for a motor with this much power? Starting price, my guess on this could be as high as $120,000. So yet to be seen. And recent rumors are suggesting that no V8s will be in Lexus vehicles under $90,000. So of course that fits that criteria. Going down to the LQ600H Plus. If you guys remember, well, it was just a couple days ago that Lexus trademarked the NX 450H Plus to be the next plug-in or the first plug-in hybrid for Lexus, and it is shared with the RAV4 Primes. The difference here is that we're going to take this 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 that we get from the LS500 and we're going to hybridize it, and it'll have 550 horsepower. Again, that's a big guess. Of course, miles per gallon is going to go up. I have about a 50% increase in fuel mileage and then about 50 miles of plug-in range. Not sure on the transmission, but it could be the same transmission taken from the LS500H or the LQ500H if they come with that. And 20 kilowatt hour battery is a guess. It could be bigger than that. Starting price here would be around 100,000, but I mean, for something like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than 100,000 as well. Now, this one is probably the least likely to happen when the vehicle debuts, but I could see it happening down the road. And the LQ600E would be a fully electric vehicle with, of course, dual motors. Over 600 horsepower is a strong possibility. 300 miles of range, and then I'm just guessing here, 100 kilowatt hour battery with a 1-speed transmission. 120K here would be my guess for the starting price. Then at the bottom here, I just have some comparisons with the current flagships with the LS500 and the LX500. So if you guys want to take a quick look at that. So I can't wait to see you in the comments below on these powertrains. The LQ might be a little late to the party when it arrives in 2022. However, just like Toyota buyers in the 80s didn't have a direct luxury option to step up into until, of course, Lexus arrived in 1989, Lexus must cater now to their current Lexus owners and their inability to have a higher luxury and higher performance models within the Lexus lineup. LQ is the brand's most important model since the 1990 LS, in my opinion. It will reset the identity of the luxury brand that has been a boat without a sail for some time now. The LQ will bring direction, passion, performance, and technology to the aging Lexus lineup. Something the LS has failed to do since, gosh, probably the mid-2000s. The LQ will realign the luxury brand to the Lexus covenant by making the LQ one of the finest automobiles ever built. So what do you think of the LQ? Do you think it will revitalize Lexus and have a trickle-down effect to the rest of the cars in the lineup? Or is it too late to make an impact on the increasingly crowded high-end luxury crossover market? I can't wait to see you guys in the comments on this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much. Peace out.